The lockdown begins on Monday at 11 p.m. local time in the nation's industrial hub, Lagos, the southwestern state of Ogun, and the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja. The cities are hardest hit by the coronavirus. The announcement came as Africa's most populous nation recorded nearly 100 cases. The lockdown implies that there would be no travel in and out of the cities, and all offices and businesses would be shut down.
It's going to be excruciatingly painful. I don't know how a lot of families are going to cope, because when supplies, in the first place, how much stockpile could an average family do of essential commodities? Then we are yet to grapple with that. Then you now do a total lockdown. There hasn't been any form of intervention, either from the government quarters and even the faith-based organizations where majority of Nigerians subscribe to.
It's kind of painful and inconveniencing, but I think it's a necessary decision. But the sad part about it is that our country always, our leaders, even us as Nigerians, we always do things without taking care of or cushioning the effect. When you give a lockdown, you should have something to give the masses, because a lot of people do daily feeding, conductors, market women that sell vegetables every day to feed their families. So it's going to be very, very hard. I don't even know whether 2 weeks will last.
Petrol stations, medical facilities and other emergency services are exempted from the lockdown. Also excluded are food manufacturers and retailers, although they would be subject to strict monitoring. The president ordered that all stadia be converted to isolation centers and makeshift hospitals. He acknowledged that these are difficult times for the nation and said the government has put in place a raft of measures to cushion people from the effect of the lockdown. And that includes a suspension in the repayment of credit and loans given to small and medium-scale enterprises. Kelechi Emekalam, CGTN Abuja, Nigeria.
Well, across Africa, panic surrounding this virus has sent food prices soaring. So some in Uganda are encouraging people to consider growing their own. CGTN's SSENYANGE has more.
The rush for food in downtown Kampala. People rush to stock up amid the COVID-19 crisis. But on the outskirts of the capital, Diana NAMBATYA is comfortable. She has enough here to last her many months.
On this just half an acre, I'm unable to sustain the demand for my vegetables and for all these other things, including my strawberries.
Unlike NAMBATYA, many other people struggle to get food. Since the first COVID-19 case was announced here, food prices have gone up. The vegetables sold in this market cost about $1 a week ago. They now cost twice the amount. Limited public transportation has also affected food supplies to the urban areas. Experts now warn the situation could get worse.
Right now, many plantations don't have workers, and also many plantations have been established to export products, and most of them produce things which we cannot consume every day as food. For example, tea, sugar, oil seeds, and other kind of stuff. And many plantations have neglected the basic foodstuffs.
And to meet the demand, experts advise that small-scale gardening can contribute to maintaining food supplies during the pandemic.
It's very, very important for African communities to have a vegetable garden, to have a pulse garden right in front of your house or even on the balcony, to have some vegetables which you can eat as a salad or which you can feed to your children, even in terms of crisis as we are waiting for more food to come.
With the increasing number of COVID-19 cases in Uganda, the government has imposed strict measures. There are likely to be more long days at home as governments impose lockdowns. And many in Kampala worry about not having enough to eat if food supplies are disrupted. SSENYANGE, CGTN, Kampala, Uganda.